Lock on target. 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 Lock on target.
I'm just saying that if Dan wanted to be a grifter, he could be. All right?
Oh, 100%.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm wrapping up the travelogue. Just got to do a little bit of the audio. It's going to be about 25 minutes, so it actually is going to be a little beefy.
Yeah,
a little beefy.
Yeah, it's pretty beefy for a mini travelogue.
There's a couple of gags in here I need to show you guys.
Is this your Evo one or something else?
This is Dan in Japan. Japan.
Because this one was a little...
Japan,
this was a lot easier.
We can say that what Mike said.
Yeah.
I finally got my Hot 42 M16. My it's like a cheap version of the
Kitsune.
Levelers you have. Yeah, the Kitsune.
All right, there's that.
Yeah.
And this shit is premium as fuck. It's heavy and it feels like I could kill somebody if I.
Oh, that's what you want.
It feels so good.
Wait, is this not? What the fuck? Here we go.
It feels so good, and I think I don't know how much better this thing can feel if like.
What? The
because
balls.
this was $120 and the Kitsune is like 500. And I don't know if that's a good deal. Having this in my hand, I'm like, I haven't tried the other one. But this shit feels so fucking good.
I've tried
like,
both.
Incredible.
You're fine with what
you have. I think you're probably fine with what you have. Yeah.
The only reason Kitsune is so fucking much is because of licensing.
Yeah.
It would be like
also,
$200.
That one works straight away with PS5.
Exactly.
Okay, there we go. Everything's set
you
up
need to
now.
spend like
I
extra
got the
$40
dock for the game. I got us. I'm gonna bring us up now.
I don't know if people can hear the clicking of the keys. Oh, it
not really.
Clicking of the keys.
You guys hear this?
It's hard. It's hard. Maybe there? Can you hear that?
Let me test the music.
That.
Let's get that right.
Getting weird.
That's the Nintendogs.
I want the world to made out of this like aluminum.
Goodbye,
because it feels so
Gamera
good when you
2000.
put your hands on.
That's what that was.
Yep.
That's a good soundtrack.
Yes,
Good
it's
game.
really good.
Hey,
All right, I had to record this. I forgot.
You guys hear that?
We do hear Wario.
I did hear it.
Chat should have heard it, but not loud enough. Now it will be loud enough. All right. I think we're locked in.
Cool.
Oh,
I'm ready.
I'll tweet. Let me tweet. Then we'll be good.
Oh yeah, that'd be good
you're
too.
gonna tweet? Oh shit!
I'm gonna tweet.
It's gonna be crazy.
Everybody
boys.
stand back. He's gonna tweet.
Yeah, watch out,
Hold on
y'all.
to your butts.
Probably gonna lash out against the Wii today.
You do hate the Wii, huh?
Yeah, more and more every day.
Tell
turns
people to
out.
stick it up their asses after spreading their
No,
cheeks.
Just the nunchuck. It's true.
Oh, you haven't heard the gamer rap, Christian.
I'll probably sing that verse at some point today. Don't worry.
Oh, baby. The gamer rap?
Yeah. It's
You've heard the
real
gamer
popular. It's real popular. People are saying it's the best rap of the new millennium.
That's right. Kendrick
Of the
ain't got
millennium.
nothing on Mikey.
That's right. Yeah. Basically, Kendrick is the old Mike and the new Mike. Like he cannot keep up with Mike Minotti, of course.
There's a lot of new comments on that video today, believe it or not.
Weird.
Are you having beef with?
Yeah, he's beefing with Kendrick, which is something you definitely want.
That's like
Yeah, that's like,
No, I know Kendrick's good at beefing with people.
Say LA. say that Los Angeles sucks, Mike.
No,
Say it, Mike. What a coward.
okay. He has
You're a real
some
gamer.
preservation.
Yeah,
I think that got Biggie killed.
It apparently almost got Aiden Ross killed a few weeks ago. So yeah, whatever
Okay.
the fucking
yeah,
guy's
we didn't
name
have
is.
that much luck. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? God. Okay. We tested the
See, I
music.
know
I
hip-hop.
tweeted. We're good. Mike, if I count us in, are you ready to go?
Yes, sir.
Let's not talk about the Wu-Tang
I just glanced at this NES versus Wii one. This is gonna be tough, actually.
There was some song was playing when we were in Chicago, and I just asked him, "Hey, is this by the Wu-Tang group?" They got a good laugh out of him.
Yeah,
Oh
almost
my
died.
God.
I think. Yeah. All right, here we go. In 5, 4, 3.
Hey, you guys hear me? Start cheering now! Yeah, let's get this over with. Yeah.
Woof woof. Hi, I'm Mike Minotti, and I am a Nintendog.
Hi, I'm Jeff Grubb, and I am a Nintendog.
And we are the last of the Nintendogs. Today, Monolith Soft is upgrading its engine. Saudi Arabia is going to decrease its stake in Nintendo. And NES versus Wii, we're going to pretend that's a fair fight just a bit. But Jeff, how's it going? We had a good time yesterday watching a baseball game in Cleveland.
Yeah, we went down to Cleveland, had a good time, caught a ball game. It was a lot of fun, very dramatic. Really was an excellent time. Got home at a decent time too, because it was like a 4:00 game, so kind of a perfect night all around.
Yeah. Well, I know some people don't like these kind of early afternoon starting times, but going to a game when you don't live in downtown Cleveland, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I did just get home and still went to bed at a very reasonable hour. It felt very nice.
Yeah, and I think I like it. Right now, I like it because it's like they play tomorrow, right? And I think there's also the earlier slot for tomorrow night. I think so. It's like, oh man,
It's even a little bit earlier because they're in Detroit, so 3:08.
Right.
Although, is Detroit still in East Coast or is that Central?
it is Eastern time. Yeah.
So that's just an hour earlier than Monday's game was. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't have to wait as long, and Monday it'll be here before I know it, or Wednesday it'll be here before I know it. So it again, a lot of fun. Baseball's a really good time. Does make me want to play more of the show, which
right.
That's on Steam, right? The show.
I assume so. It'd be weird if it's on Switch and not Steam.
Right. I think they said they always intended to put it out there. I figured it must have made it eventually. I'm like, the show.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't look like it.
No, I just like the aesthetics of baseball a lot. So just being at Progressive Field, which is where Guardians play, and I love it there. I like getting to show you around the stadium.
Yeah, it was nice.
All the hot spots there. The beer garden for fatheads, our Hall of Fame park, and I don't know. I just really like Progressive Field. It's very cozy.
Yeah, it's I just remember always thinking when I was playing it in video games in late 90s, early 2000s, and just like when the stadium started to become a big thing about we're recreating it almost exactly, and just thinking, man, Jacobs Field is really pretty, and and I kind of always wanted to go there. So that was my first time there. It was a good time to see it.
Yeah, it was built in 93 or 94, and that was when they're kind of a new crop of stadiums are coming up that were designed to sort of look like the classic stadiums of baseball's golden era with modern amenities.
Yeah.
So it's kind of timeless to me right now. I don't see any reason why it would have to be replaced anytime soon.
Oh yeah, it
they've
feels
been
like one that could
renovating
stand the
it.
test of time. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they did some extensive renovations recently. There's some more stuff going in before next year, including some kind of beer hall thing or whatever. So sure, absolutely. Let's we'll
sounds
do that.
great to me. Yep.
Yep.
And they'll be able to get those renovations here pretty soon. So I could really just kind of buckle down because there won't be more baseball games here after.
Oh, you shut the. You won that one, and we said going into it, like, look, if you have to win this one because you have your ace pitching, you have the advantage in this one. I still would have preferred to win it.
Yep.
We'll see what happens Wednesday. If we lose Wednesday, then I'm gonna officially be worried.
Yeah. I mean, you guys got to pick up one in Detroit now, so that's the thing. Like, that's the only way he comes back to Cleveland. But there's a good chance of that because you guys still have some great bullpen pitching. And the Tigers just aren't hitting early, so we'll see. I'm very into it, very excited. So God, it's been a good time for sports.
Remember when the biggest baseball game was on Super Nintendo?
Ken Griffey Jr. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's
good stuff.
That's a good game to this day. That was just like the most fun baseball game, right? They were like it was definitely semi in some parts, but it also was like very arcadey. And like it's swinging, if I remember right. It was just a good, fun baseball game.
I think the only problem was that it had like the license for the teams in the MLB, but not the players.
Right, another game had the players. Yeah,
you had to like go in and like manually name all the players, which you could because like it was very clearly supposed to be those people, so it wasn't a super. You could do that. Genesis was known for sports games more than Super Nintendo. And had some decent baseball games, World Series,
very good
other ones. But I think baseball's the one where Super Nintendo had Genesis beat.
Yeah. Tony Lasorda baseball. I like that one. It was early, but it was pretty.
That was a very early one. I just like the name. Like that's what I think The Simpsons is riffing on with that golf game.
I do too. Yeah.
Putting challenge.
Yeah, Lee Carvello's putting challenge or whatever.
Lee Carvello, I am Carvello. Yeah, when I hear Lee Carvello's putting challenge, I do think of Tommy Lasorda.
Me too, every time. Yeah. The Saturn had some good baseball games. World Series on there as well. Like they had some of the best early 3D baseball games.
Yep. All right, so let's get into today's show. By the way, I see the super chats coming in. Thank you so much, everybody. Do appreciate those. We will read all the super chats during the show. Just a little bit. Like I mentioned, we have we have a contest coming up, or a game show, where we're going to do one of those spreadsheet things. We've done one of these before. We're going to basically be
pick a game challenge
Wii
between the Wii and NES. Yeah.
You'll see. You'll see soon enough. It's
You'll
gonna be
see.
Great. You'll see. You'll rue the day you cross Mike Minotti.
What if the Wii wins? What if you like more Wii games than the NES?
I just can't imagine.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
Not many good Mega Man games. There's some good Mega Man games on the Wii.
Yeah, Mega Man 9. just like, they
that's
just made a retro one.
Oh, never mind. I'm looking at it. Little spoiler. It goes up against Mega Man 2. Okay, never mind.
Jeff, Monolith Soft is working on a new in-house engine that builds upon the one for Xenoblade. This is from Amber V at Automaton. I'm going to pronounce that. Xenoblade Chronicles series developer Monolith Soft is currently working on development of an in-house game engine. The company's COO, Tetsuya Takahashi, and lead programmer Michiko Inaba talked about their technological efforts in a recent interview with CG World, which is a Japanese magazine. According to Inaba, Monolith Soft's currently in development engine is based on the engine they originally created in 2010 for Xenoblade Chronicles. They're working on expanding it for use in other titles. So it's kind of an old engine, but it's served them pretty well across all those Xenoblade games. And they've also used, tech from Monolith Soft for the open world Legend of Zelda games as well. Makes sense, though, to kind of get ready for the future here. We don't know exactly what the future of Xenoblade looks like. If it's, Xenoblade Chronicles 4, if it's kind of a new Xeno series, like how we had with Xenogears and Xenosaga. But clearly, Monolith Soft was a pretty important part of the Switch's success, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, their technology underpins a lot of the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Like, they helped build those worlds, which I assume means that their engine's involved in some way. If it's not exactly that engine, which I think it probably is. At the very least, they're deeply involved in the technology that powers a lot of very important Nintendo games. You would want to get that stuff right. Them investing in this seems like the exact right move because it's going to ensure that they get to keep making their games and they can be the backbone of the next Zelda game if that is in fact how it's going to work. Mike, real quick, you turn down your gain just a touch crunchy, just a
I'm
little,
a touch crunchy, sure
little,
thing, buddy.
just a little crunchy. So yeah, we'll dial it in on my side. But yeah,
I noticed I sounded a little crunchy in the Bombcast too today. I don't know what happened. I don't think my settings changed. Maybe I hit something.
Yeah,
Is that better?
It sounds way better. Yes, this is exactly right now.
Yeah, I accidentally crunchified myself. Sorry.
It's all good. But yeah, I think that this is a studio that has found its place with Nintendo, and them having the opportunity now, like go right now and be like, okay, we made several games with this engine, and now's the time to reinvest. That feels like the right timeline. If you're going to be one of these studios that continues to have your own technology, you can't let it you can't pile up tech debt for too long. Eventually, you have to pay that off.
Now, tell me if I'm overthinking it, but it's been a little bit since Xenoblade Chronicles 3 came out, and they helped with Tears of the Kingdom, and there was pretty big DLC for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. But still, you kind of would think that they're somewhat deep in development of whatever their next project is, which would seem like a weird time to suddenly work on updating the engine or making a new engine, unless the next game really is finally that remaster of Xenoblade Chronicles X, which maybe isn't something that necessarily needs the new engine, and then the new engine is going to be for the real new game.
Yeah, that seems plausible. That seems like that could reasonably be what's happening here. I mean, the reality is it could also be they are working on the new thing, and it is mostly in the existing technology. But as they're making that game, they're making discoveries about ways they could improve it, and that is informing what changes. And so it's like that stuff is happening in concert. I don't really know. Video game development's very difficult, so I imagine building the engine for something like that is also something that's very complicated and it's not maybe not linear, like just one thing happens, then the next thing happens. But I mean, we know that they're probably going to make that Xenoblade Chronicles X port at some point. So that and it hasn't happened yet. So getting that out in the first year of the Switch 2 or so, and then using that to bide some time to get to work on something that's fully built on this new technology, I could see that.
All right. Next up here, reports were saying that Saudi Arabia was going to increase its stake in Nintendo, but then it actually lowered it just by it went from 9 million to 8 million, or 9%.
Yeah, they had
8.5%.
8.5%. Now they're 7.5% or something like that. Yeah.
Which seems like a small decrease, but that's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. Yeah. It's like billions of dollars, right? Yeah.
So, I don't know, what do you think happened here? I find it hard to believe that reports were based off of nothing, because clearly Saudi Arabia was looking at its investments in Nintendo, and it's weird that it actually went the other way here and lowered.
Yeah, I have no idea, but I mean, if we to reason it out to the best of our ability, it's well, maybe they were looking at things, and then maybe they decided that we actually got a pretty good return here. But I don't know when they bought it. I'd have to go back and look. But maybe the stock price is up from that point, and they're like, let's take some cash. We did make some money here, and then let's wait and see what happens with the Switch 2 news. And then we'll be able to make a decision. Maybe we reinvest at that point, or maybe the stock price goes up again, and maybe we sell a lot more. And we can be sitting pretty here with a lot of money in our pocket, and we use that to make other investments going forward while we let Nintendo kind of figure out the Switch 2, which could be, who knows, could be bumpy, could be fine, could be great, could be disappointing compared to the Switch. It's kind of a tough one to call at this point if you're some long-term investor. So, it's probably something along those lines, or maybe this. Those rumors brought more of this to Nintendo's attention, and Nintendo requested them to reduce their investment in Nintendo. So they're like, maybe this is scaring off some of the board members. Maybe this is scaring some of the other investors. We would really appreciate it if you could just reduce it slightly to show that you're not a threat in that way. That's possible too.
Because there was a little bit of a freak out when that report got out there, because some people think it means the Saudi Arabian government is going to start making decisions for Nintendo, and that's not really what would happen.
Right. It would just require so much more to happen, and none of these investors are really in positions where they want to be in that position. They want to be where they're at, which is owning a lot of the stock so that they can make money on it by selling it someday. And
they don't want to run a video game company. They want to just make money from one.
They do kind of. They own SNK, but even SNK seems like they're still making their decisions on their own.
Right. Well, yeah, but it would be an SNK level. They don't really want to run Nintendo suddenly, because then they know that optically, they wouldn't really get away with that. People are savvy enough that even without the Saudi Arabia baggage, people just wouldn't want Nintendo to not be run by Nintendo from Japan.
Right. I think Saudi Arabia investing in Nintendo wouldn't want the people who made it successful to be in charge. That's what they're investing in. They're investing in those people. Now, when you said people are savvy enough, was that a deliberate double entendre?
It wasn't actually.
Because it's
funny.
the savvy investment group from Saudi Arabia.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Not that clever. It turns out.
Darn.
I don't know. I don't know about SNK because they're gonna put Cristiano Ronaldo on the fucking Garo wall.
I think that
we don't.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia's probably
What
making
other-
some of that possible, but yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think.
what
Yeah.
other connection from Cristiano Ronaldo playing in Saudi Arabia and like being on the fucking game can you do other than like the SNK being?
Well,
owned by
imagine
Saudi-
the next Mario Strikers then.
Oh man,
Oh.
can't wait! All Cristiano Ronaldos
What a fucking
and MBS is the best player in the game.
yeah. Shout out to him. That's dumb.
All right. You know what? Actually, like right when we went offline last episode,
Of
normally
course.
they announce the NSO games right when we go live.
Yeah,
but
that's
last
true.
week they waited till we were done and announced that 2 Game Boy Advance games coming to Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack, F-Zero Climax and F-Zero GP Legends are coming on October 11th. Jeff, these are the kind of 2 other F-Zero games aside from Maximum Velocity, which was the launch game. And these were based on the anime. GP Legends we did get here. That was the second one. But F-Zero Climax never made its way over here. And, before F-Zero 99 came out, it was the last F-Zero game. So, pretty neat to get this one. Sometimes we get these Japanese-only games. It's not that exciting. But for F-Zero, it doesn't really matter how much of that is in Japanese, per se, or what exactly the translation layer is like. It'll be neat to try that one. I know you probably have played it before on emulation, and I'm sure it's not exactly the greatest F-Zero game ever.
Yeah, it's okay. Like there's definitely still some F-Zero-ness to it, but if I'm gonna go play an F-Zero game, I'm definitely going to X or GX, obviously, and even the Super Nintendo F-Zero before actually either of the Game Boy Advance ones, which are again they're okay. And these days, it's like, man, you see how good they can make it with F-Zero 99. It's like, man, these games could have been so much better because F-Zero 99 feels so good compared to those. But it's still cool. And it does feel like, man, now they've got a lot of F-Zero games on the Switch. It feels like they're making a point that this thing is still important to them, even after F-Zero 99. So cool to see. I'm still happy it happens.
And there was an update to F-Zero 99 too.
Yeah, they've made they've
somewhat
done a ton
surprising.
of updates. Yeah, there's like some
Yeah.
Teleview courses in there now. It's crazy.
Which is pretty neat. So to see that game seems like it did well because it keeps getting significant updates still.
Yep.
So good for F-Zero 99. And hopefully there is like more to come from that franchise. I think we're all kind of waiting for like another game that feels like F-Zero GX someday. And hopefully we get that during the Switch too. Maybe even early on. Who knows?
Yeah, it would be ideal if, like, in a few years, there's F-Zero 99 2, and it's actually just a GX version. That'd be cool.
All right, let's take a little break here. We're going to come back and read these super chats.
Sounds good.
MBS, please don't kill me. Don't chop him up, please.
That's the magic word.
Do
That's
anything
the magic
else.
phrase. That's how you keep
Thank
him
you.
from killing you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have.
You
the
gotta set up that thing.
Yeah, I do have the game mostly set up. Let me try to get it like looking.
We'll probably
a
do
little bit
another break after the super chats. You want to do super chats first, and
better. Okay,
then
yeah, that probably makes sense. Let's see here.
super chats usually take a while.
Yeah, they do.
That's
Okay.
a lot.
All right. I'm ready whenever you are.
All right, Jeff, we're back. Would you please read the super chat, sir?
Yeah. Let's start here with Simon from Saskatchewan. The early bird, as usual, comes in with the this question: what is the nuclear option in Blight Club now?
Man, it's a good question. That's a very good question.
It's individual for each person, I think, at this point. Maybe at one point it was who's going to get Superman 64, who's going to get
Sure.
Daikatana. We kind of moved through like most of those. We definitely talk about Virtual Hide-A-Lide and stuff like that. But I think it's like individual. It's, what is a game that would kill Dan? And it would be a talky bad adventure game, or like a really bad, maybe even an FMV game or something like that. Something where it's very not Dewey, but still very bad. For you, I mean, clearly it's any Wii game now at this point. Like any really bad
I
Wii
like
game.
Wii a lot. You're
That's
about to find
true.
out later how much I love Wii.
Well, maybe
It's the best
you could
console,
throw it
so much
for
better
the Wii, and
than
maybe
the
I'll
NES.
believe you. Yeah. I don't have one. None of these games have ever hurt me. I've never felt any pain. So I'm good.
God, what would it be for you? I mean, there's like a couple you haven't pulled out for me that I'm surprised, and I keep worrying it's going to happen. But if you're on the sweet train, maybe I'm actually safe from them. Don't worry about it.
It has talking in it. Anything that has like long talking in it, or like
for me?
Text,
No,
like,
for me.
No, for Chef. Something that has.
Well,
like,
okay, but like. Yeah, I don't think you and Dan being bored by a lot of text, they just won't read, and just talking over it is exactly
that is why
I'm
man, I did have one the other day, and I keep forgetting to write these goddamn games on my list. It was an FMV game. Oh no, I think I did write them down on the list. But there's like some bad FMV games that I think would be really funny because the acting will be bad, and that'll be a lot of fun for everybody. And I still think Dan would be pretty miserable by those. So
yeah, I mean, there's all those Zelda CDI games.
I think we all secretly kind of want those, though.
Well, I think maybe a one of Gamelon and Faces of Evil. I think Zelda's Adventure would be pretty rough still, actually. So maybe that would be a hard one for someone.
That one's like actually kind of long, too, right? That one's the one that's kind of like 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah, just mostly because of the loading between each tile, I think.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so that would be fun. Yeah, Gollum is still out there.
Yeah.
King Kong's out there. There's things out there, but like the newer ones. But yeah,
Popeye is too short. We looked at Popeye.
Popeye's too short. Yeah, I guess I am curious, like, what is like the nuclear? I guess maybe one of the nuclear options is like some of the like NES hard bad games, like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, right? Like, not only is this game terrible, good luck beating it.
Right.
Like, what the hell are you supposed to do? So, yeah, there's options still.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I think Gollum's like a pretty good one. That's a pretty good nuclear option because that one's just so big and bad in so many ways. All right.
Don't forget, it's important. Sometimes you want something and you're wrong. Like I wanted mythologies very badly, right? And it was hell. It was hell. It was good for my career, I think, but it was hell.
From JC, thank you for the gamer rap, Mike. That's the first ever super chat, by the way.
You're welcome. Yes, don't forget, everybody. The Wii's suck. Grab that nunchuck. Now spread your butt and shove it up.
Bars, bro. Actually,
of course, it's great.
Listen, yeah, it follows the rules, so I kind of like it.
You might like this one. I capture the flag. I protect all my lemmings. When I beat Chrono Trigger, I got all the endings.
See?
Straight out. Let's go.
The gamer rap is a lot of fun. It's very good.
Well, World War II is the shit. I wish more games were set in it. You have to remember that was like 14 years ago, back when there were too many World War II games.
Loving World War II was a really good time, yeah. Luke Allen joined the Lincoln Club, Lincoln Tier, as a member here on YouTube. Thank you so much, Luke Allen. Appreciate that. Philip Fortuna writes in, says, I heard Mike wax lyrical on the Bombcast about Metaphor's turn-based battles. He should try mainline Shin Megami Tensei since it's taken directly from those games.
So those games are Persona without the heart. So
that's right. Yeah, who can even?
I played some mainline SMT.
Oh, so Jack Brothers,
right? Not too shockingly, the vibe's not really my thing, but I played through all of SMT 4 actually, and yeah, you're right. The battles do kind of feel closer to that in terms of like you have the one more turn stuff kinda, but it's not nearly as powerful as it is in Persona.
Let's see here from El Grug. Because Mike was so nice to take Jeff to see his Guardians lose to the Detroit Tigers, will Jeff finally give him some Ridge Racer news?
That's a very good point, Jeff.
I whispered it to you yesterday. You didn't hear? It was when everyone was it was during that dead silence. It's weird you didn't hear after Terry Carpenter hit the home run. Sorry, bud.
You were attacking my arm, which I don't blame you for. I would have done the same.
Bayleaf Moon says, Grifters have moved on. Is there any world you circle back to Stellar Blade? I did start playing this again recently. It's right after Astro for my game of the year. Even just listen to the soundtrack. I got curious about it again after beating Astro, actually, because I kept seeing it when I was starting that up. And I'm playing it. It's just, I don't think it's bad. I'm having a good time. It's just not clicking enough with me to like justify going back to that instead of other games. That's all.
But they are in 2B though.
Yeah, they're in 2B.
They are 2B.
Yeah. When I played
finally
a
game where I can play as 2B.
Yeah, right. When I did play Stellar Blade, I did think it was good. I mean, but there's so many games, and sometimes you do just like look for excuse, like why is this one the one I don't play? Yeah. Sometimes that baggage is it, unfortunately. So I'm like, I'm not happy about it myself because it did seem like a fun game. Like I do think like the character design is like kind of stupid, and it kind of is a detriment to the game. It's not that big of one. I can get over it, but it's just a little thing.
Yeah, I kind of wish it was on PC, and then I would have played it for sure, I think. But we'll see. B. Traven says, you are given control of a small indie game studio for 2 years. Your goal is to produce a good new video game. Think you could do it?
You like to think that you can, huh?
In 2 years, though, like think about all of the good indie games. Not even great indie games, good indie games. Those all seem like
50 has like 50 of them. Come on. How hard can it be?
That game took like 10 years, though.
Shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, to be a great one, clearly you need a very long time, because all of these ones that have come out and been great have like taken so much longer than you thought they would. Hades 2, the original Hades, the fucking Spoon Heaven. It's gonna take 50 years. So I don't know. It would probably be pretty tough. I would probably make sure the scope was so small and so narrowed down,
like a UFO 50 game, basically.
Yeah,
right?
and like just making sure you got the gameplay so tight on that one thing. Maybe, but probably not.
Yeah, sadly, probably not enough time for my Code Grandma stealth game idea.
All right, let's see here. Burrito looks monotony at the camera.
Dan has fun with that.
Yes, that was very fun. Like a Dylan, UFO 50's house party for game of the year. That's the one I'll play next. I haven't played that one yet.
Yeah, I haven't gotten that one either. I need to I had a lot of fun with UFO 50, and I was playing some of the games I had already played in bed on my Roger LIX, but I haven't played any new games yet, and it's like I still have most of them to go through, which is wild. So I definitely have a lot more UFO 50 to play. Really like it.
From Christopher Pratt writes in, hitting a home run with a baseball bat is a great feeling, but not as good as stomping a Oompa. So nostalgic. ...
Okay, now, Chris Pratt has had to have thrown an opening day or an opening pitch, right?
I would say very likely that he's done that.
First pitch. Let's see.
Yeah. They let anybody do
here
that.
we go. Dodgers 2023. Chris Pratt throws out the first pitch.
There you go.
There we go. I want to see if he's any good. Oh, this is just him practicing. This is bullshit. Chris on. I hope you. Oh, here we go. Wind up. Okay, it's high. It's a bit high. But it made it from the mound.
Yeah, better than bouncing.
To the catcher. So he did it. It's fine.
Good job, Chris Pratt. Natural athlete.
Chris on.
Postman Dan says, what comes after Pokemon Legends ZA? Black and white.
Yeah, actually.
Black/white remakes or Gen 10?
You always think it'd be black and white remakes, but there's been a pretty steady cycle now for the gens. When did Gen 9 come out? Was that 2022 for Scarlet and Violet? It's been every 3 years, right?
It's been every 3 years for a very long time, right? Yeah.
2022 is correct.
Wait, there's no way a Gen 10 is coming out in 2025, is there? That'd be so wild.
That doesn't seem likely.
A lot of people are speculating that would be 2026 for the 30th anniversary.
Okay, yeah, maybe finally take one extra year this time, and yeah, give us we'll have ZA, and maybe give us a black and white remake next holiday instead too.
Why not? Let's go.
I would love Let's Go Johto.
Let's go Togepi, and let's go.
Which
that's a Wooper. That's a Wooper.
Oh,
yeah.
I do like Wooper.
Yeah, Chris Pratt, big fan of the Woopas.
Yeah, the Woopas.
You guys are a bunch of whoopers, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I don't think you can say that.
From Willow Davis, seems like you guys had fun in Cleveland. Just two pals spending quality time together, being friends, and never crossing the line. That thin line. Of course not. What are you talking about? That line's it's a very bold, thick line that I respect.
Thank you to some people who said hi to us. We ran into a couple
that was cool.
Nice fellows at Butcher and the Brewer. And then I ran into somebody else came up to me while I was waiting for Jeff to take a shit to say hi.
Yep, that's
and
right.
I was like, sorry I can't say hi to Jeff right now. He's taking a shit.
It was a very successful bowel movement. I know everyone was wondering. So, yeah, real good stuff.
Good job.
From Days in 31, Dear Beef and Cheddar Boys, I'm having a great time playing Echoes of Wisdom. Sadly, I played so much last night, I played no Counter-Strike. because me and your mom were up all night. Another reference to the gamer rap, everybody.
I was
There you
confused
go.
for a hot second there, and then I realized from now on, everything that confused me is gonna be a reference to Mike's.
You're just going to go listen to it, and then you won't be confused anymore.
Man, I didn't think it would take 15 years for that for people to be quoting the gamer rap to me. Finally, I knew it was good back then. Darn it, I just didn't have the platform.
You were the Van Gogh of your time. It finally appreciated. Allie Miracle says Sega and Atlas having a good year, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking, I was thinking about that. We don't really, it's easy to dunk on Sega sometimes, but they are having a pretty good year, aren't they? With like
Kind of everything but Sonic, right?
Persona 3. No, I mean, I think Sonic Cross Shadow Generations.
Oh yeah, that could be fun.
That's I think it's going to be good. Sonic Generations was already like a pretty good one of those. There's going to be some nice improvements there. And it seems like the Shadow campaign is surprisingly beefy. And from what I've played of it, fun. So, I think even that's probably going to be one of the better Sonic releases in a while. So, yeah, I don't know. Good on Sega.
Let's see here. From Steven Sullivan, 2D Metroid rankings.
2D Metroid rankings. Okay.
Metroid.
The worst.
Yeah, go ahead. Start from worst.
Probably OG Metroid 2.
Yeah. Game Boy Metroid 2, then Metroid.
Then Metroid. Then Metroid Samus Returns. The
Samus
3DS
Returns.
one.
Yes, yeah, it's okay. Then what do we have
now
left?
we get to the part where they're all great.
Yes,
Is the thing.
We have Fusion, Super Metroid, and Metroid Dread. Is there anything else?
And
Zero Mission. I guess. Yeah. Okay. Shit. That's tough. I guess for me it would be Fusion next. I think.
See, I like Fusion and Zero Mission are very close. I like Fusion a little bit more than Zero Mission.
Okay.
So you could swap those two though, and then it would be Dread and then Super Metroid for me.
Yeah, I would. These days, I might even go Super Metroid then Dread. I should replay Dread again, but yeah, they're right there. 1A, 1B.
I do want to play Dread again. Yeah, they're very close.
What a good game. All right, from AK, insane year for Atlas, Persona 3 Reload, Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance, and Metaphor, plus publishing Unicorn Overlord. Also, what was Mike's reaction to the Carpenter home run? Disbelief. It was like disbelief. And it was not just him. Again, surrounded by people are like, wait, that didn't just happen. That couldn't have just happened.
Nah, it was just, I don't know. Like, that was the worst case scenario. It's funny. I think we even talked about like anxieties. I was like, I'm not like a worst case scenario kind of anxiety person. So I didn't even consider the home run. And then when it happened, I knew right then, like, that game's over. I was like, we fucking lost.
It was that kind of game. We were talking like it just takes one. And like if someone were to just score one run, to have a 3-run home run, kind of backbreaking in that scenario for sure. Especially 2 outs, 2 strikes. Yeah, it was. What a moment.
I think you skipped a few because of there's some sandwich between Ellie Miracle. I think you went from one Ellie Miracle to the next one.
Thank you. Yes, yeah. Okay, let's see here. Mikey O'Leary says, "Hey, MC Mitchell Minotti and DJ Grubber Lang. Huge news in the world of Thanksgiving leftover sandwiches. Pepperidge Farms is introducing stuffing seasoned dinner rolls.
Oh, that's incredible.
That sounds good to me.
Well, I want that. Stuffing's definitely my favorite thing at Thanksgiving.
Same.
So I would.
Stuffing's number 1.
I mean, I imagine it's basically going to taste a lot like sage, like, like chicken sage and chicken bouillon is going to be the flavor profile there. That's going to be amazing.
It's you've ever had a chicken and a biscuit cracker? Like imagine something like kind of like that. Yeah, that'll be good.
Those are good.
All right, I'll get a bunch of those. From another one from Luke Allen. Has Nintendo made emulator/ROM handhelds too difficult for a casual, or is a handheld emulator console still worth it? Look, if you go and get one from certain companies, they're just going to come preloaded with a bunch of games illegally, sure, but it's very convenient, and we all know what's going on here. You're going to do that anyhow, so listen, find the right ones, and you'll be just fine. Oh shit, not again. Yeah, but just like the Anbernic ones. No, I'm sorry, Retroid Pocket, they kind of don't include anything, and it's not like it's that hard. You can connect these things to Wi-Fi, get stuff off your Google Drive or something like that. It's easy. From Allie Miracle, another one. Game of the Year live concert for the gamer rap.
We'll see. Let's get the movement started. Let's get our voices raised. Let's get the vibes going. Yeah, pay me.
Well, there we go.
Now, for the gamer rap, the version we hear, you do use a voice modulator. Would you want to do that, or are you going to kind of
No,
go
I
with
think
the...
it'd be funny if I sound like this and do it too.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like you don't sound that different from like Eazy-E. Like you could rap like Eazy-E, and that would be kind of that would
Yeah,
slam.
whatever that is.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
He
What
does.
did
Are
you
you
say?
kidding me? Eazy-E sounds
He
just
does
like Mike
sound-
Minotti.
But like, I don't want to put that thought in the fucking universe.
I kind of
you know what I mean?
I kind of need it actually.
Easy E.
Yeah, don't worry about it, Mike. From Allie Miracle, or no, that's the one I just read. We did that one from Steven. So here we are at SWSP. Hi, Jeff and Mike. My wife and I just finished our PhDs. Gotcha. Oh, this is the very generous one. Thank you, SWSP. We just finished our PhDs, got jobs, and moved out of Pittsburgh. Oh, that's the
Just
best
winning
part.
all over.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pittsburgh. Sorry.
Between Game Mess, 90s Disney, and Giant Bomb, thanks for keeping us laughing for the past couple of years and fostering a great community on Discord. You're a big part of that. Thank you so much to SWSP. Congrats
Thank
to both
you.
you and your wife. That is fantastic.
Really
news.
appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, congratulations, Dr. SWSP.
From Connell Wood. After Pokemon Za, Pokemon Calzone.
That would be great. One of my favorite stupid bits in a show ever was in Parks and Rec. There's just a character who really liked calzones. It's not funny when they say it, right? But they made it funny for some reason. How much he liked calzones.
I like that. One of my favorite bits from EGM was on their podcast. They would always refer to Killzone as Killzone, and
No way.
Yeah,
We do that here too.
Oh, really?
Calzone. We call it calzone. Yeah.
Killzone.
I told you this when we were in Cleveland yesterday, but like seeing some people like Greg Miller after that Halo news being like, Sony needs to do the same for Killzone. I was just like, who are these people still holding this torch for Killzone, man?
Bringing back Killzone too.
I just think no, they don't. They don't need to do anything with Killzone, and guess what? They're not gonna.
So yeah, we win.
Symbiosis says gamer rap is putting you over, Mike.
Oh, I've been over, baby. Don't you worry about it.
This is just the pinnacle right here. Actually, no, it's just another step on the ladder up. Cody Bishop says, do you think video games are the socially acceptable childhood remnant that adults are allowed to play? Would be weird if Jeff played with fire trucks. I don't give a shit. People play with model trains. You just got to dress it up a little bit, right? You're not playing with fire trucks. You are a collector of vintage fire truck collectibles. Like that. Yeah, that's how.
I'm not playing like video games like when I was a kid. I'm playing The Last of Us.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Dr. Ryan says, want to say that I appreciate you guys so much. I'm watching you instead of the Padres game. It's on a second screen, but y'all are my primary monitor. Thank you so much, Dr. Ryan. Lovely human being.
Oh, you're welcome. Who are the Padres playing, I wonder?
There's so many doctors now in the community.
Right.
Aren't the Padres playing?
Yeah, they're
playing
playing
the Dodgers. They're playing the Dodgers.
They're winning right now.
Yeah,
oh my God, they're going to be up 2-1 against the Dodgers. Well, it's the bottom of the second. 6-1 in the bottom of the second.
Here's the reality: is I think those are the two best teams in that entire league. So
wow,
that's kind of going to determine who I think is going to be in the World Series.
The Padres were such a bad team for a long time, and they're also like the McDonald's team for such a long time. Good to see them doing well.
Oh yeah, and they are incredible right now. So last super chat I believe right here is from Cody Bishop. Drew Carey Show representing Ohio in their 90s.
That was a big part.
Yep.
I remember the episode where he was waiting in line to get tickets for the first Browns game after we got an expansion team to bring the franchise back, basically. Loved the Drew Carey Show growing up.
Yeah, Drew Carey is a solid dude too, just a real solid guy.
I was watching Price is Right when I was getting my Sky Rizzy.
Oh, he's great. He's great.
He's great at that. He's fantastic.
Really perfect for it. All right, let me double check. Yes,
big Disney fan too. Big Disney adult, loves the parks.
Okay, we're not all. Nobody can be.
Did I
perfect.
watch this show? I'm a sitcom.
Wait, are you asking? Did you watch this? Did you say you did watch this show?
Should I watch this show?
Man, I have not. I tell you what, I have not watched the Drew Carey Show in a long time.
Yeah,
I have no idea how it holds up.
I think you would probably enjoy it. Yeah.
I love Frasier.
There's a lot of really good supporting characters on that show. That's the thing about Drew Carey shows. A lot of great supporting characters.
Of all the doofus friend type characters, I think Drew Carey Show had the best.
Yeah, he's got several great doofuses.
Great.
And Mimi, yeah.
And Mimi, and what's his face is his English boss is fantastic.
Yeah,
in it.
Craig Ferguson's on that show. Craig Ferguson
is very funny.
Is fucking fantastic. Gotta love Craig.
He's very good in it.
All right.
Okay, it's going to the list. The
Add it to the list. True carries on your list.
And then for some reason, there's like that random hot lady who just hung out with them.
That's right.
There has to be.
Oh, it's a hot lady? Oh, I was the top of the list.
I know it's surprised that there's a hot lady in this 90s sitcom. But
done with the super chats. Back to you, Mike.
All right. Why don't we get set up for this game we're going to play, NES versus Wii, and then we'll be right back.
All right. Chat, how does this look? Is it visible? Is it like readable? Is it legible?
I'm in on a 1080p monitor, so I don't know, and then max. So maybe if you're in the different,
It's going to be kind of hard to read on a phone, I bet, but we'll walk you through it, everybody. We'll just kind of.
Yeah, I'm gonna at the end. I'm gonna take a capture.
You know what? I
put
can
it on
put.
the.
Let's see here.
On the description.
I'm not sure you can make it look any better without having a scroll.
Yeah, I might. Yeah, and then scroll left to right, and that'll be kind of a pain in the ass.
I'll say, looking at my TV, which is where a lot of people I know watch our video version, it looks good.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of what we can hope for here.
I will be posting the final version of this somewhere else. No. Yeah, voting is very confusing. In your country, voting is very confusing. Are we talking about elections voting or something else? Because in every other part of the world, it's pretty fucking easy.
It's state by state. In Colorado, it's the easiest. They just sent you the ballot, and then you could drop it off or just put it back in the mail. And guess what? A lot of people that people would consider to be good people would win because they made it very easy for everyone to vote. And then in other states where they make it a little bit challenging, it's a little bit closer. It's weird how it works. Like when people vote, the nice people win.
I don't talk a lot about voting and how much I love voting and how much it becomes like a holiday here and it's kind of it used to be more like a celebration back in the day because we didn't have democracy for a long time.
Do you want to? Are you going to share that with me somehow, Jeff?
Yeah, I can do that. Give me a second. Let me just fix I'm going to fix your camera first, and then I'll do that.
I feel you should make it way more easier for people to vote.
Yeah, it's not a holiday here, but I could vote today if I wanted to because early voting started. So I'm going to go do that.
Right. Early voting sounds cool. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Let me share it with Mikey.
Then I can't use it as an excuse to walk away from work for a while.
Right. Exactly. That's nice too. 15 frames per second because you don't need more than that. And then
go vote, register, whatever. I know I don't know what here they choose register but automatically, but I know you have to register over there. So go and do that.
Yeah, and registering can be kind of shaky, but you could have voted in the primary and they might still knock you off the registration rolls if you live in one of those states.
Yeah, voting is the less important, more impactful thing you can do.
Yep. All right. I am set up over here, Mikey. Whenever you want to bring us back, we should be good.
How do you want? Should we come to a consensus on this? Do we want one of us to pilot it? How do you want to do it?
Why don't you pilot it?
Okay, you'll just ask me what I think. Okay, you can talk me out of things though.
Okay.
You're the gamer rap guy. You can pilot this.
Yeah, right. Man, I can't believe he's on the show.
All right, we're back. Jeff, what am I looking at here? Look at this.
Incredible
Spreadsheet.
So we got an NES versus Wii showdown here created by Joy Z. And what they did here is they set up the two consoles against each other in several different categories. Like, for example, there's platformers where you're going to pick 4 of the games, and 4 of them are for NES, and the other 4 are for Wii. And for each of these categories, that'll be added up. There will be a winner. There will probably be a total winner here somewhere. Will get added up. But point is that we're having these consoles go against one another with and for the games in some sections will be hey, which one do you prefer, Super Mario Brothers or Super Mario Galaxy? And you have to pick one. And at the end, we will find out if you prefer to play games on the Nintendo or the Wii. How does that sound?
Sounds fantastic.
What we're going to do is. Since you have had a rocky relationship with the Wii right now, we're going to have you mostly make the decisions here, and I'll ask you the questions. So let's start with the classic matchups. You're going to pick one from each row, and the first row, the first showdown is, in fact, Super Mario Brothers versus Super Mario Galaxy.
Yeah, so the Galaxy games are definitely going to help out the Wii here. It's those are the two excellent Wii games to me, and they're kind of in maybe a league of their own, maybe a few other games. sniff that greatness, but they're just getting a whiff of it. So Super Mario Galaxy, yeah, that's better than Super Mario Brothers 1, as good as that game still is.
Okay, now here's a problem. It's on view only.
Request edit access.
Do I have to request edit access?
You make a copy of it, Jeff.
Make a copy of it.
Oh, that's right. That's what we do.
Like instructions say right above.
Look at I kind of scrolled down, and who knows if I
Jeff
can
doesn't
read.
read things.
Yes.
We're professionals over here, okay?
He was elected to lead, not to read.
That's a great movie. I feel like people sit around on The Simpsons.
Oh yeah, they
Look at
definitely
that. It
are.
says it right there. All right.
It's even highlighted in yellow.
Let's kind of dial it in.
So
Let me
yeah,
see
Mario
here.
Galaxy 1, then over Super Mario Brothers 1.
All right, take 2. Let's go.
My nephew was showing me. He was playing. He has like the Game and Watch thing with Mario 1. He was showing me like, Uncle Mike, look at this, and he's doing the going to the pipes and skipping levels. I was never more proud. It was incredible.
Oh
to
wow,
see
that's good stuff. All right, Mike, you ready for your next offering here?
Yes, sir.
Super Mario Brothers 2 versus New Super Mario Brothers Wii.
Now, New Super Mario Brothers Wii is probably the best of the New Super Mario Brothers
I think
games.
that's right. Yes.
Yeah. But Super Mario Brothers 2 rules. Actually, that's a
I think
very
generally
cool
agree with
game.
that, yeah,
Very fun game. So
I
I'll take
love
2.
New Super Mario Brothers Wii, but boy, I think I would pick Super Mario Brothers 2 every time. Super Mario Brothers 3 or Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Yeah, Galaxy 2. Again, Super Mario Bros. 3. I know for a lot of people that is like their favorite Mario game, and it's obviously of like the highest quality. But I've said this before, I'll generally take 3D over 2D Mario, and
That's right.
Super Mario Galaxy 2 is just so freaking good. So yeah, I'll take Galaxy 2 here.
All right. Here are now the Zelda games, starting with The Legend of Zelda versus The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. That's a tough one.
That is kind of a tough one. Because there's a lot of things. I think both games are great and have problems. Like Zelda 1, I do love the kind of freeform nature of it. The discovery still feels good, very classic. But it is obtuse sometimes. Like there's just no way you're going to know where certain things are unless you kind of look up what to do. And then Twilight Princess has some of the best dungeons in the series. I think the game feels very good for the most part. I think the pacing is a little iffy. And I don't necessarily love Wolf Link that much. So, God, I could almost go either way on this one. What do you think, Jeff? I kind of want to, let's see which one you would lean towards.
Yeah, I am a huge The Legend of Zelda fan. Like, I love going back to that game every couple of years and playing it. It's fun because I mostly forget a lot of the secrets because I never committed them to memory as a kid. So it's like still a mystery to me each time, and that's a lot of fun. There's a handful of things I'll remember. But like which bush to actually burn, I don't remember that. And I still like going in there and kind of having a vague idea of what I'm supposed to do. And that gets me poking around and it just feels like a real adventure, like a real discovery. So I would probably go with The Legend of Zelda, but boy, I also get it. I could go either way in a lot of ways, but I lean towards The Legend of Zelda personally.
I think I'll go Zelda 1 on this one. It's pretty close actually though.
Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, or The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword.
Okay, also interesting. I was a bit of a Skyward Sword defender even on the Wii. I think it's the one game where the Wii Motion Plus felt pretty good. And again, very good dungeons. Similar to Twilight Princess, though, like the pacing isn't necessarily great. A lot of stuff that kind of like grind the game to a halt, whether it's story or going around finding those dewdrops or fighting that weird shadow monster's toes multiple times, stuff like that. Don't love. Zelda 2 is a very good game. It has that obtuseness again. It can be difficult. It's a game that benefits greatly from save states, right? Like a lot of NES games do. Even not like abusing them, but just like I'm going to make a save state at the start of this dungeon. So if I game over, I don't have to start back at like the temple in the beginning of the game.
And that's like kind of officially supported these days because of the ways you could play it like on Switch and stuff. So it's like I almost think that's fair to count that.
Yeah, so I think Adventure of Link is underrated for sure, but I would probably still rather play Skyward Sword.
All right, Kirby's Adventure or Kirby's Epic Yarn?
Pretty easy Kirby's Adventure for me. Kirby's Epic Yarn's fun and the style is cute. It's a pretty simple game. Kirby's Adventure was, taking this Game Boy game of Kirby's Dream Land, which was good, and really expanding it into feeling like a full like something more. I'll say not that Kirby's Dream Land wasn't a full game, but it was really short and it was simple. This is the first time we had the copy powers for Kirby, so it's Kirby kind of feeling complete here. Still one of my favorite like final like level boss gauntlet things. It still feels really epic to me. So yeah, I love Kirby's Adventure.
I just went ahead and selected Mega Man 9 for you over Mega Man 2. Clearly, that's where you're going to go.
No, look, it's close, actually.
Mega Man 9's very good, yes.
Mega Man 9 basically is just, let's make another Mega Man 2, because you don't have the slide, you don't have the charge. But Mega Man 2 is Mega Man 2 already. Just some of the best robot masters and powers. One of the all-time great soundtracks. Yeah, I mean, it's Mega Man 2. I got to pick that.
Mike Tyson's Punch-Out or Punch-Out?
Huh. Yeah, man, Punch-Out for Wii is very, very good.
It's awesome.
But NES Punch-Out is still basically that game, actually. It's just
right.
on the NES first, and it still rules there. Like, you're more the Punch-Out guy. What would you say?
Yeah, I mean, I love both of these games. For me, Punch-Out's always like, man, that's amazing how good that game is. And then for Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, it's like, well, no, of course. That is one of the best games ever made. God, they got games right that early. Isn't that incredible? Of course it is. Like, that is a Mount Rushmore video game. So it's Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
Yeah, I think I guys with Mike Tyson's on this one.
Metroid or Metroid Prime 3.
Man, I've been really wanting to play Metroid Prime 3 again because it's been so long. I kind of thought that a remaster would have happened by now, but it didn't. What is it about Metroid Prime 3 that doesn't make it quite as good as Metroid Prime 1?
I've barely played Metroid Prime 3.
It's hard to quantify.
Yeah. I know Metroid Prime 2 is like, it kind of just got a bit too into the, Metroid Prime 1 is so atmospheric, and Metroid Prime 2 was like, let's do a little bit more with the storytelling stuff. I don't think it was ever bad, but it just kind of got a little bloated, I think. Metroid Prime 3, I don't know. I thought people generally thought Metroid Prime 3 is even better than 2.
I think maybe. By the way, quick baseball update here. Dodgers apparently had a grand slam, so it's now Dodgers 5, San Diego 6 in the top of the third still. So that's wild.
Who hit it? Was it Shohei?
I don't know. I just saw this report to us in Super Chat, actually. Okay. So we'll see. Yeah, and Metroid 1 is good. It's not like of all like the NES games that had Super Nintendo sequels like Zelda, Mario, like Metroid's the one that like benefited the most from that. I still have fun playing Metroid 1. But I think Metroid Prime 3 is better. Yeah, I'd rather play Metroid Prime 3.
That sounds right. All right. Fire Emblem, Shadow Dragon, and the Blade of Light, or Fire Emblem, Radiant Dawn.
Yeah, Radiant Dawn. I mean, Fire Emblem games just kind of, for the most part, got better as they went along there for a while.
A lot of like quality of life features, in fact, yeah.
Yeah, so that part of it is we didn't have that game here originally, so I don't like have this nostalgia for NES Fire Emblem.
Mm-hmm. Donkey Kong or Donkey Kong Country Returns.
I feel kind of silly considering just OG Donkey Kong, but I really like Donkey Kong.
I know, but it's not like an arcade perfect port. It's missing an entire level from a game that already only has like 4 levels, right? So it's like you have the 3 levels.
Yeah,
it's kind of rough.
Yeah, I guess I won't be ridiculous here. I'm not sure how fair a comparison this even is, but yeah, sure. Donkey Kong Country Returns, the actual full-blown 2D side scroller.
Duck Hunt or Wii Sports. I think that's a pretty good comparison.
Yeah, and okay. People might not like this because I'm like a little bit of a Wii Sports, not hater, but a little bit like, you guys overblow this thing's quality a little. And I liked Duck Hunt a lot. I played a lot of Duck Hunt. This might be my most boomer pick of them all, Jeff, but I think I like Duck Hunt more than Wii Sports.
I'm sorry, Mike, but you are going to get called a boomer for that one.
Oh,
you
absolutely.
Like, everyone knows what Wii Sports is. It's just that it's fun for a very long time, and Duck Hunt is fun for 30 minutes, and then it's fun for another 30 minutes 6 months later when someone in your family's like, can we play Duck Hunt again? Like,
I may have thought Wii Sports was fun for 20 minutes, and I get it.
Oh, okay, fair enough, yeah. All right, A Boy and His Blob or A Boy and His Blob.
I mean, the new Boy and the Blob actually looks very pretty, and it's a similar thing, so probably just that remake on Wii.
Excite Bike or Excite Truck, or the combination Excite Buck.
I never. You know what's funny? Because like I think Dan was saying this. I forget if you did. I never really got Excite Bike back in the day.
That was Dan.
Kind of confounded me.
I got it back then, and now I get it even more now that I start doing the speedrun stuff.
Right. Whereas Excite Truck was that was just a fun racing game. So I guess I give it to Excite Truck on this one.
Man, I need to play some more NES Challenge. I haven't played that in a couple weeks. All right, Mike. So let's do an update here after the first round. Classic matchups. The NES with 6 games, the Wii with 8. So early lead for the Wii, but lots of game left here. Let's go to platformer. Actually, you know what? Let's go over here and kind of pick randomly. Maybe we can do platformers. So that's one of the later ones. All right, let's go with the miscellaneous Nintendo. Pick 4 of these, Mike. Here are your options: Kid Icarus, Ice Climber, Dr. Mario, Kung Fu, Wii Sports Resort, Rhythm Heaven Fever, Super Paper Mario, Super Smash Brothers Brawl.
Okay, so this is kind of interesting because some of these are some the NES games I do not care for, honestly, in a lot of ways. Like Kid Icarus, I don't get it. Ice Climbers, I get it, but don't like it. Even Dr. Mario, very good song. Not really my favorite puzzle game. And Kung Fu, never had much nostalgia for it. Here we go, sickos. I liked Wii Sports Resort more than Wii Sports there.
Wii Sports Resort is great. Yeah.
I like Wii Sports Resort fine. Rhythm Heaven Fever. Wii Motion Plus is good, yeah. Rhythm Heaven Fever is great.
Yes, it is.
Super Paper Mario is weird. I guess I like it more than all those NES games. But I refuse to give Super Smash Bros. Brawl any respect.
Okay. You only want to pick 3, or you want to pick a 4th one?
No, I'll pick a 4th one, and I guess I'll take Dr. Mario over Smash Brothers Brawl.
I like Kung Fu a lot. All right, let's go to vehicles. Pick 3. Battalion Wars 2, Sakura Wars, So Long, My Love, Mario Kart Wii, RC Pro-Am, Blaster Master, Jackal.
I think this one's actually going to benefit the NES quite a bit. Definitely RC Pro-Am and Blaster Master. And then
I like those games a lot.
Yeah, and then I'll take Mario Kart Wii over Jackal.
Fair enough. Okay. Let's do action pick for Contra, Castlevania, Ninja Gaiden, Battletoads, Mad World, Monster Hunter Tri, Red Steel 2, Sin and Punishment Star Successor.
I think this is a very good category for NES, actually.
Yep.
Agreed. Contra, Castlevania, Ninja Gaiden are all incredible still. So I picked those. Battletoads is fun, but a lot of bullshit.
Yep.
So I know some people are really into Mad World, not really my thing. Actually, I would do Sin and Punishment Star Successor.
Sin and Punishment is number
great.
4. Red Steel 2, good video game.
Good game.
Okay, let's loop over here to Adventure. Pick 4 of these. The Mysterious Murasame Castle. Yeah, Murasame. Mm-hmm. Star Tropics. I'll just click that now. Shadowgate. River City Ransom. Okami. Cave Story. No More Heroes 2. Zack and Wiki. Quest for Barbossa's Treasure. Barbarossa's?
Yeah, this is a pretty fair fight here, I think. So, yeah, obviously I hold a big torch for Star Tropics. I think that game's just neat. Stands out. River City Ransom, also really cool. And still feels interesting today, the way it was combining beat 'em, very good feeling beat 'em up mechanics too, with some of that RPG stuff, and even the kind of the open world might be pushing it, but it is this big map. You can kind of go back and forth, so that's great. And then so Cave Story I've always thought was fine. I thought it was its importance a little overblown then. And now that we have not importance, but it's quality, and now that we have so many indie Metroidvanias, I just don't really feel that much of an attraction to it anymore. Never was much of a No More Heroes guy, but Okami is good. I know I never got super into it, but still, I'd pick Okami, and it's neat on the Wii. And Zack and Wiki, Quest for Barbarossa's Treasure. That's a fun game. I never
played Zack and Wiki. What kind of game is it?
It's an adventure game. You're basically kind of solving puzzles. Kind of like that. There's some Wii stuff there. If from what I recall, you're kind of on one big level, and you're kind of moving around doing things. It's been a while. It's a Capcom game though. It's very good.
Disney pick 3. Here we go. DuckTales, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, Darkwing Duck, Epic Mickey, Spectrobes Origins, or Just Dance Disney Party.
Yeah, that's gonna be a clean sweep for the NES on this one, Jeff.
Yeah.
Those are 3 Capcom games there, and they are all great. I mean, Darkwing Duck is just sort of a twist on Mega Man. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers is a super fun and great co-op game. And then DuckTales is just one of the best NES games. An incredible soundtrack, too.
All right, we're going to the hidden gems. Pick 3 of these. Metal Storm, Shadow of the Ninja, Solomon's Key, Little King Story, Trauma Center Second Opinion, Tatsunoko versus Capcom Ultimate All-Stars.
Okay. Metal Storm's very good. Metal Storm's really cool. That one's a lot of fun. I like Trauma Center. The thing is, like, on the Wii, it's a little annoying using the pointer because you have to be so accurate, and, that pointer's not great sometimes. Like, that definitely seemed better on the DS to me.
Mm-hmm.
Tatsunoko versus Capcom, though, that's fantastic. That's the one fighting game where you have Mega Man Bonut as a playable character. That's true. I'm not a giant Solomon's Key fan. These kind of like puzzle platformers, not totally my thing. Shadow of the Ninja is fine. I think I'll go Little King Story, actually.
All right. Okay, 2 more categories left. RPGs, pick 3 of these. Dragon Warrior 3, Final Fantasy, Wizardry, Xenoblade Chronicles, The Last Story, Muramasa, The Demon Blade.
So Dragon Warrior 3 is fantastic. Definitely will pick that. Probably the best of the 8-bit era JRPGs. And I actually think Final Fantasy 1 still holds up really well. I like that. Yeah, that game just has a very nice flow to it. It's very satisfying. Wizardry doesn't do a whole lot for me. Xenoblade Chronicles 1, I think, that game has some big fans. I think it's fine. Don't really have a lot of experience with Last Story. Muramasa's very good, though. Very good 2D action platformer, so we'll pick Muramasa.
All right, final category. And I believe people keeping track are saying that it is pretty close right now, neck and neck between the NES and the Wii. All right, platformers, pick 4. Bionic Commando, Rayman Origins, Gimmick, Wario Land Shake It, Gargoyles Quest 2, Sonic Colors, Little Samson, Lost in Shadow.
Rayman Origins is maybe the best on here, I have to say. So I'll give it up to the Wii there. Little Samson, like that. It's funny because like that game's really well known for being very rare, but also a very good game. So Little Samson for sure. And then Gargoyles Quest 2, right? Capcom joint. And I know people like Gimmick. I actually don't like Gimmick as much as some people. I like Bionic Commando fine. Sonic Colors don't really care about Lost Shadow, but Wario Land Shake It, man, that game just looks good. It's like the one time they made a 2D Nintendo game with like pure hand-drawn art, and it looks fantastic, actually. So I'll give it up to Wario Land Shake It there.
All right. I could do the addition here real quick unless someone else has kept track of it, or maybe there is a place to see the results here somewhere. I don't see it necessarily.
On the right-hand side, or did that not copy over?
It might have copied. Let me go over here. There we go.
Okay.
All right.
Whoa, it's a close one.
And a close battle between the Wii and the Nintendo Entertainment System for the heart of Mike Minotti. With 20 points, the Nintendo Wii comes in second place to the 22 points for the NES, Mike. Is it closer than you thought it would be?
Yeah, it was closer than I thought. And, looking, I was like, okay, yeah, there's clearly plenty of good Wii games out there, for sure. And, there's somebody's like, I gotta get some of these. It
helps that, like, there were of course there was a lot of NES games, but there was a lot of like slop on the NES. There's a lot of slop on the Wii, of course, but it's like I think the hit rate over time increased. So I think it just kind of helps that there's so many games that there was a better chance of getting good games on the Wii.
Okay. And look, if I didn't pick Duck Hunt, it still would have been NES. Well, it would have been tied, actually.
It would have been tied. Yep.
The Duck Hunt difference.
The Duck Hunt difference, everybody. There you go. Wow, Mike Minotti's Duck Hunt difference. Duck Hunt's fun. It's fun.
I like Duck Hunt.
All right, Mike Minotti. This show's going back to you. Congratulations to the NES. Finally, it has won something.
Yeah, finally it can feel joy in its heart. I don't know if we need to take another break. We probably just have I don't think we got any more super chats right now. And I don't really have any Nintendo games to talk about because I was spending a lot of time playing Metaphor.
I'm playing more Echoes of Wisdom, which continues to be great. I'm kind of playing it a little in small chunks now. I kind of got through an icy area where like now the world's kind of opened up and you can kind of go in any direction if you want. And I have 5 pips on my Try Guy now. And so and everything got cheaper because one of the ways that you upgrade the Try is a lot of the summons become cheaper and a lot of the cool summons are very expensive. So I can like summon a bunch of those now, or there's a handful that do cost 5, and like early on when you're dropping like the spear moblin or whatever, and you're like, why isn't he attacking? He sucks. Well, once you can summon a 5-star level 3 Lizalfos, and he immediately starts attacking and like jumping across the level and killing everybody, it's way different. So I kind of still really love that game. I think that the dungeon design is a little underwhelming. I don't think this is like a full return to the glory of Zelda dungeons. I think that they have kind of spread them a little bit too thin. By that, I just mean like they spread the challenge out so it like leads up to the dungeon as well. And I like that idea in theory, but it means then once you do get in the dungeon proper, they feel kind of short and a little not sweet. It's just, and some of the puzzles feel like the first draft, like a rough draft of what a Nintendo Zelda puzzle would be. And I mean, obviously everyone knows how I feel about Minish Cap, so maybe this could be something in my head about, oh, I know this wasn't really designed by Nintendo. I don't think that's what it is. I really do feel this way, but I will admit there's a possibility of some stupid fanboy Nintendo bias in my head. But I think that the dungeons could be better, and yet I'm still having a very, very, very good time with this game.
Yeah, I'm still not super far. I finished the Gerudo Desert Dungeon and enjoyed that basically. So, yeah, and I do want to play more of it, but it's like my bedtime gaming time, which is, again, a lot of my gaming time with portables is split amongst multiple things right now, and Metaphor is kind of the big priority at the moment. Yeah,
I don't blame you. I mean, you got Metaphor so big, and you were telling me when we were hanging out yesterday, like usually I take a whole season of the year to play one of these games. And you don't really have that luxury as we're in the holiday time, getting ready for Game of the Year and getting ready for some travel and stuff like that. You kind of have to get that one out of the way. So I get that.
Right, and that's the thing. I'm thinking, okay, what do I really need? What do I really need to beat before Game of the Year? I'm like, well, definitely Metaphor, probably Dragon Quest when that comes out, and I do need to finish Zelda also. And like UFO 50, I want to play. I got to play more of that. Like Infinite Wealth's just not really happening for me. I can't play everything, unfortunately. So that's a little sad, but I'm still going to feel pretty good about the amount of games I will get to. And I'm going to play Silent Hill 2 like on stream here, probably starting tomorrow. So I'll get to go through that one.
Oh, I'm looking forward to watching you play that. That sounds like fun. All right, Mike, that's all I've been playing though. You got anything else you want to touch on before we get out of here?
I think we're done then, because we're actually going to go record a new Columbros after this, everybody. So look out for that soon. If you're a Patreon member at patreon.com/GameMiss, you'll get early access to our new episode of Columbros. Again, releasing pretty soon here. But yeah, otherwise, that's donezo, baby.
All right, I'm going to hit the music then.
Fantastic. I wonder what there's any score updates on that game. Nope. Still,
oh, wait, did we do the rest of the super chats?
I told you there weren't any.
Oh, there weren't any? Okay. So that you read the one with the score update and everything?
That was just a chat.
Oh, I thought you said that was an update and a super chat, so I got confused. Okay, cool. I'm going to hit the music again.
Yep, you're all good. Nope, yeah, I double checked it. I doubted myself now. No, it was just the one from the door saying he was watching it. No, we're good. I had it.
We're cruising right once again, everybody. Don't worry.
First time podcasting. So no Blight Club tomorrow. We're delaying it to Friday so that Lucy can do her game. She's busy on Wednesday, but we are going to play some more Worms. If you watched us play Worms last Friday, you know how much fun that is.
We're going to play WMD, so you'll be able to see it this time.
Yeah, Worms 2 is a little bit fucky these days with its resolutions on modern computers. Yep. So yeah, we'll be playing. I got to make a funny team before then.
Oh yeah, good idea. Yeah, I should get in there and do something.
I don't know if this is going to be my Blight Club team again, or maybe I'll all references to the gamer rap. I don't know.
Well, that's good. That'll be fun. People will love that. Yep. Friday, you're not going to want to miss Blight Club because you're not going to want to miss the debut of Lucy in her costume. Bye, everybody.
Bye. A lot of chords going into slots. You know I'd be eating ass. Somebody followed me on Twitch with that name. I had to say it.